So what we call an OBVan, OB stands for outside broadcast. And what it is, if you've ever been to an event where there's a broadcast happening, it could be a stadium for a soccer match, you will have 2 to 3 vans parked outside. The one will have the satellite link so that the show can be beamed in real time live to the country or wherever it needs to be watched. The other van is where the entire team sits. So your key people that you have, your technical director, she has a whole lot of screens where she can see exactly what each camera is doing. She is able to communicate on the floor in the venue with the show caller, with the floor manager, with the stage director, so she can say, is my presenter ready? And that OBVan literally becomes our hub. Yes, there's the event happening, but if you think about it, the bigger audience is the one at home. The bigger audience can be millions. The ones in the venue could just be thousands. So that OBVan is so key for a live broadcast. And yes, there are many backup plans for if something goes down. It usually travels with its own generator, so no Eskom, you cannot sabotage. But even then, things happen where a link goes down. There are so many individuals that are in the van. You have your sound engineers that are also running music from there, other than those running music from front of house. You have your technical engineers, you have your CGen operator that's controlling the straps that come up, the names, the rolling credits. You have a very important person whose title is production secretary. Their job is to constantly communicate with the broadcaster. And mind you, at the time we were simulcast between Mnet and Mzansi Magic to tell them we have how many seconds, tell them how many seconds we have before they can take us. And by take us mean you're no longer broadcasting. We at Mnet or Mzansi Magic are the ones now pushing out adverts. So that's a very, very key role. I sit in the OBVan during a live show because I need to be there to make key decisions, like if something is delayed, what is the next thing we need to do? If we're running late, maybe we're not going to have the 2 ladies walk down the ramp holding hands before they announce the winner, because there's just no time. And there's constant communication. I'm in communication with the auditors about who the names are that have made it. I communicated to the technical director. Also in the van, we have an on-site editor, because immediately after the show, you want those clips to be available for the media of the winning and crowning moment. In the van, we're also streaming the show to the Miss South Africa app, so that's also happening at the same time. And then you have your auto cue operator. So the auto cue operator actually sits next to me, and at any given moment we need to make changes to the script. That is the script we're editing, is the one that Anele can see on the screen. So the OBVan is such a key factor in the entire broadcast. There is no broadcast. There is no TV show without the OBVan. Without the OBVan, you just have an event. Over the past few years, there has become this expectation, and it's beautiful, of hosts of big shows and events to change multiple times. But there's so many factors that go into when is that possible. So you might say, oh my gosh, let's have 7 outfit changes. But when is it happening and how is it happening? We literally, when we started building the script for the show, you have to plot exactly when your presenter will have time to go and change in a show. And that is what determines. Yes, there's the creative element of wanting a host to change specifically for swimwear or change specifically for evening gown. But it doesn't make sense for her to do that if she's saying, stay tuned, and 2 minutes later, she still needs to be in that same position. So sometimes I think we underestimate how much work it is. And remember, when there's 2 hosts in a show, it's very easy to buy the one presenter time to go and do a hair, makeup, and if you're Beyonce, a nail change in the show. But it is a huge deal. And ideally, you want to have as many outfit changes as possible, but it isn't always practical. And I think we did a pretty good job with how and when we could do outfit changes in the show. Conversations around open up the industry, where's the fresh talent? We did not have the time. We did not have the capacity. Live broadcast is insane. There are so many things that happen, so many curveballs that were thrown on Anele, like something not happening on time on stage, and her being able to make it look like this was part of the plan. Her being able to take a script we've written and make it her own and add her own flavor, add her own jokes, do her own research. For her to have the auto cue, as in the screen with her script, just die down, and her being able to continue to do her thing. And that comes with years of live broadcast, which Anele is exceptional as. She is so professional, a dream to work with, and I think I just felt proud, like this like female heavy space and environment of celebrating other women, celebrating the judges, their achievements, celebrating the top 10. And if you pay attention, Anele has been a very big champion of Miss South Africa for years. She's been a judge. She's been a host before, being a host again. And I love her passion for what she does. She really is a top tier broadcaster.